Hello there, fellow achievers, and welcome to Achievers Live, a weekly show telling you exactly how to scale your business to six figures in a way that truly does align with you and the lifestyle that you want. So I'm not big on the whole like cookie cutter, one system to do everything type of thing. I'm really about making sure that you're creating a business that really does fuel the life that you want instead of the other way around, which a lot of people wind up doing in the online space. So part of what we've been really focusing on this month is about list building and specifically how you can leverage that in your business so that you can start having these pieces in place in order to not only just automate your business, but to bring in consistent sales, to really bring in the right people that are already looking for what you need. So I can't tell you how many times I have seen people who are starting their business, they're getting going, they're getting clients, and then they start to hit this plateau. So they realize that, okay, I've kind of touched all of the warm market, right? Or I've reached out to everybody that has possibly followed me on social media or in my Facebook group or whatever you're using as far as a traffic source in your business. But how do I keep going at this? Like, how do I have consistent clients or consistent sales? And really making sure that this is something that doesn't turn into this 24/7 grind for me, trying to keep up with it all, right? Trying to always have this happening. So what we've been focused on is really developing these opt-ins that start to bring in your ideal clients already. So you can always go back on the videos tab and take a look at the other videos where we went into opt-ins, we went into promoting your opt-in organically. So just throwing money behind Facebook ads is not going to do it. There are plenty of ways that you can build your list for free. And this week, what I want to dive into a little bit more is really how we can generate that consistent income with your email list through sales funnels, which is one of my absolute favorite pieces to teach when it comes to list building and really growing your income in your business. Because if we do this right, you can always have income coming in every day. And I'll tell you guys, like, transparency behind the scenes, whatever you want to call it. I just came back from an event. And I was there from Thursday to Monday. And between those days, I was not working on my business, right? I was totally like being present in the moment. And I also didn't have Wi-Fi, so I didn't have a choice anyway. But just being present in that moment during that event. And I'm actually about to travel this Saturday for the next week as well. But while I was gone, I still brought 3K into my business. And this was without me being there from Thursday through Monday. So throughout that long weekend, we'll just call it, I was still able to generate an income. Why? Because my sales funnels are working for me. Because my sales funnels are continuously going with or without me there. So you have this same ability in your business. And I'm not going to guarantee like, hey, you're going to hit 3K and this weekend if you do it. Like, no, it's the fact that I've implemented this system that I'm about to go over. I've tweaked it, I've refined it, right? I really know who my ideal clients are, and this is how we start to really build a business that is sustainable. So I want to take you through exactly what a simple sales funnel is like, because of course you can go all different ways with sales funnels. And if you're not familiar with it, essentially what is going to happen is somebody signs up for something of free value from you. So maybe it is a cheat sheet, a video, a workbook. And if you want any ideas on that or just want to kind of brainstorm a little bit, I want you to click the link with this video of 25 irresistible opt-in ideas. So it's totally free. Just let me know your email so I know where to actually send it to, and I will go ahead and get that over to you so that you can see exactly what to lead with as far as bringing people into your list. From there, of course, we are delivering what we promise, so that free piece of value. Now, what a lot of people do here is they stop. They go, okay, I got the person on my email list, so I did what I was supposed to do. Nope, now we're leaving them hanging, right? Like now we have not continued that relationship with them. We have not continued to serve them and give value to them. And a lot of people that are doing that also forget to be consistent with following up with them after they initially get on that list. So you have a amazingly hot lead on your list right now. Let's let them know what they can do to accelerate their results, which is exactly what a sales funnel is designed to do. It's to take them through this natural progression from your free piece of content, your opt-in, over to your paid offer. So we are letting them know that, hey, you came in for this, and we talked about this on the actual opt-in video from a couple weeks ago. You can go look under videos for that. We brought you in for this free content based on this specific topic, which aligns with the paid offer over here. So if you're coming in for this, you obviously want this. So we're making sure those two align as it is starting out. So as you have this person come through, we want to really nurture them, right? We want to let them get to know us and what we have in a way that is natural, in a way that does fit with you, your brand, and your offer. This is how things are different. So I am not a fan of just like these copy paste templates for emails, because if that's not how you talk, then we have a problem, right? If that's not how you connect with your audience, we have a problem. So instead, I'm going to give you some ideas of emails that you can use as a 5-part email sequence. So a full sales funnel sequence to start out with as your foundation. So these are the same 5 emails that I use as my foundation. So I take them from free offer over to paid offer between these 5 emails. And then depending on what that funnel looks like, I can upsell them to something else. I can downsell them if they don't buy, right? There's a lot of things you can do with sales funnels. And that's typically something I do with intensives with my clients, where we start to lay out all their offers and we're like, how many different ways can we sell essentially in one funnel that really serves our people? But I don't want to like overwhelm anyone that may be starting out with sales funnels and you're like, upsells, downsells, like what is all this, right? So let's go with a simple 5-part sales funnel to get you started with that, right? To allow you to start taking that action. So the first email is going to be to give them what they asked for. So this is the easiest email, right? This is the email that lets them know, here's what you wanted to download, go ahead and grab it. Here's also where you can learn more about me. So do you want to link them over to a social media platform? I link them over to the Daydream Achievers podcast because that's another, source for information and content for them, and what it is that you do. So your quick elevator pitch of, hey, here's exactly the download you asked for. You can click it right here. You can access it. Here's a little bit about me, and here's where you can find me. That's it. First email, done, easy, simple. The second email is going into giving more value, okay? So we're not selling anything right away because we do want to nurture them. Most people that are joining your list are cold, so they don't know who you are or what you represent or what you're about. So we want to make sure that we continue to serve them. And this goes all around your sales in general in your business. So that second email, what is additional value that you can give that relates to the opt-in? So if they are taking action on your opt-in, which we would hope they are, right? If they're taking action on that, then what's another thing that they can go ahead and implement as well? So what is another little tip or trick or something that is going to help them get even better results? Now, you're not asking for anything in this. Again, you are simply just continuing to nurture that relationship. If you have any kind of additional social media platforms, maybe a Facebook group, anything like that, this could be a great email to kind of throw that in the PS. So, hey, by the way, if you want to hang out with me over here, feel free to connect. Because, of course, on that first email, we're not like loading them. Like, I'm in 20 different places. So this can give us a way, if there is another outlet you kind of want to bring people to, you can go ahead and do that in email too. So now we have 2 messages that have gone out as soon as somebody signs up for your free content. Now, the third email in this basic email funnel is going to be a story share. So this is where we start to have people get to know more about you and what it is that you do. So what have you been through in your business, in your life, in your health, in your relationships, right? Whatever relates to your business, what have you been through that they most likely are going through too. So this allows them to get to know that you're not like just this person up here on a pedestal, like I know all the answers or whatever the case is. No, we're right here. The only difference is that I have found a solution, which is your paid offer. You know, I have found something that helps me overcome this, but people need to know your true story first. So what is your actual story as to why you are doing the work you do? Most people, I would say you're probably around like 99%. The reason why you started your business is because you have struggled with something very similar that relates to your paid offer in the past. You've overcome it, or you are continuously overcoming it, and you have something to share. So share that story. Okay, in that email, don't be afraid to be real, to be vulnerable. Like, this is how you start to stand out in your brand, by really making sure that you're allowing people to get to know you. And then we start going on to the sales. So if you are on live or you're catching the replay, let me know if this is making sense for you. Like, are we having this system that really you can grasp, you can take, you can apply? Because I want to make sure. Like, I know when I'm in something like Connect and Convert, so I have like a list building program that details this and all the swipe files and all that good stuff. But sometimes when I get on live or on video, yeah, I want to make sure I'm covering the bases so people actually know what is going on. So if you have any questions, by all means, feel free to put them in the chat. Like I said, even if you're on the replay, that's fine. Of course, I see the notifications. So that is getting us from the free piece of content over to about halfway through our initial funnel, right? So we have the free piece of content. We've done email 1, which is giving them the content. Email 2 is adding that additional value. And email 3 is your story share, where you start to intro why you do what you do. So based on this story that you're sharing with them, this is exactly why I've created XYZ. So it's kind of like that one-liner. So if I'm giving you an example from Connect and Convert, I can share that there was a time in a previous business, I had a Facebook business page of over 15,000 at the time when this happened. So I was easily selling from my Facebook business page. So like, social media was my bread and butter. I could post something, I could post photos, whatever, and say that I have a way to work with me, and my inbox already had people there waiting. Like, I would do it at night purposely, and then in the morning I would go to my inbox and go through and start talking to everybody that reached out. That's how I built at the beginning, right? It was easy, it was organic, like, yay, what everybody wants. Except that was right before the Facebook algorithm came out. So what happened is, when that first started trickling out, and that's when ads first started coming out back in the day, I saw my reach, right? So all of a sudden, instead of everybody seeing my posts, and when I shared about a paid offer, getting this inbox full of people that I could go respond to, I had 0 contacts at all, right? Like, I did not have the email addresses of my people. I had no control of how to reach my own audience. And of course, because I was having everything in on my Messenger, I didn't like have any access to them. It was all within Facebook. So I pretty much had my business pulled out from under me in that moment, because I was relying on somebody else's platform to build my business. So from there, I decided that I was going to go build my list. I was going to finally listen to what everybody's been saying. And I kept saying, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'm doing all this stuff. Well, I had no choice, right? My business just freaking crumbled on social media. So I ran headfirst into building my list. And then that wound up sustaining me throughout my business. And each business since, I have absolutely, the list is the first thing I built, because I know better now. However, I share that story leading into, that's exactly why I am so passionate about people creating their lists. Because if you want to have this consistent flow of clients, or this consistent flow of sales, how are you going to do it? By trying to like message all these people on social media, or hoping other people come find you, or just posting things on your website and hoping someone's going to search you. Like, no, you have to go get the people that you want, and you need to have control of your own business. And the only way to do that is through your list. That's the only thing you can control. So I can share that story in that message 3, knowing that somebody is going to read that and go, holy crap, no wonder why I've been struggling. I've been trying to fight. Now they're fighting an algorithm, right? So I've been trying to fight this like algorithm that only shows my content to 6% of people, where I could have more people exposed automatically over and over and over again through my list. So see how that story share goes, and it leads right into the program, right? It leads into Connect and Convert for those that are like super committed to growing their list and starting to develop passive income, which your list allows you to do as well, which is a whole other topic. So that is my email 3. Now we go into like straight sales. So now we start to own, why do they need what you have? You already know they need it because they came in for free content that relates to it. This is why your opt-in has got to match your final offer. So if they came in for a very specific topic that says, hey, I need help on this, let's give them the full solution. Like now it's time for them to have everything together, to stop freaking searching on Google, to stop watching everything on social media, not implementing it. Like, I have the thing that is finally going to alleviate this. Own that, okay? That's what messages 4 and 5 are for. So message 4 is a straight sale of the offer. So whether it's your one-on-one, it's a program, it's a group program, doesn't matter what it is. But you are focused on the benefits. So what are they going to get based on taking you up for this discovery call or going to your sales page? Like, what's in it for them? Doesn't matter what's in it for you, right? Like, what is in it for them? And this is where so many people struggle when it comes to sales funnels, or honestly, a lot of things in their business, whether it comes to sales pages. Anything with sales, it's got to be results driven. So I'll give you an example. In the Achiever Circle today, which is a membership community I had posted in there asking what people's offers are and the result, because I want to do a fun thing with all of our free offers and help everybody get more visibility. But all I asked them to do was to title it and to say the result. Why? Because you need to get used to saying your results over and over and over again. People pay for results. People sign up for opt-ins that include results. So I purposely did that, and they'll realize when they hear this live, because I want them to get used to saying the results of their opt-in. So they had to say it in order to be included in what I'm going to be doing. Same thing goes for message 4. So what are the results of your program, and why do they need to take action right now? So that's what I include in that email to make sure that, hey, you have 48 hours to get, maybe it's a pricing bonus, maybe it's a special workshop, maybe it's a bonus one-on-one call, right? You can play around with different things that you want to do within that email, but I want you to unapologetically pitch your offer because they need it. Right? Like, you already know they need it. They've already gotten to know you. They've already gotten free value. Now it's time to share what it is that you have. So for me in Connect and Convert, it goes over like step-by-step, how to build your list, how to have clients come into you on autopilot, how to set up your sales funnels, having swipe files, like all that kind of stuff is in that initial email. And saying what's in it for you is to actually build a business that consistently brings income on autopilot, right? Like, what is in it for them? I need to let them know in that email, or else they're never going to click the link. They're never going to look into it, right? So that is what message 4 is about. If you have testimonials, add them in there, right? That is social proof that what you are offering has made a difference for other people. And then we have message 5. So this is your final message where you let them know they have 24 hours to take you up on that fast action bonus that you mentioned in the email previously. So this allows you to say, hey, I noticed you didn't take action on this yet, right? Like, you haven't been a member, and any email service provider will let you exclude people who have bought in the previous email. I noticed you haven't bought it. I want to address any fears that you may have. So let them know what their fears are. Like, it's okay, everyone has fears, and then address them. So why is this going to solve that? Why is now the time? And again, we are focused on benefits. So how is this benefiting them? And of course, adding any kind of testimonials in there as well. So this is kind of like your last chance email that they have in order to get that special bonus that you're going to give them for taking action in this sales funnel. So those are the 5 initial emails that I use for any sales funnel. And anyone in Connect and Convert, I want you to just go to the Swipe File Collective, like there's swipe files for everything, right? So go to the Swipe File Collective and you'll see 2 of my sales funnels where I use that same thing to sell one-on-one and to sell a program. So you can do it for either, like it doesn't matter what you have, right? You can funnel anything. But it'll give you ideas of exactly how I'm putting each piece into place within my business. So make sure you check that out if you are in the course. If you are not, you can absolutely go to thedaydreamachiever.com/connect and convert. I believe is the full address, or you can just get started with your opt-in. So if you're like, I just need a baby step, I just need a quick win, you can click the free download of 25 irresistible opt-in ideas to get you started. However, I wanted to share these 5 because this is like the foundation, okay, when it comes to sales funnels. So I know that any funnel I'm creating is going to include these 5 emails. And then from there, I have the option to go, okay, what if they didn't buy this offer? I'll start sending some different emails of value adds and then sell something else, right? So something less expensive. You could do that if you have one-on-one, right? So maybe they didn't sign up for a discovery call and we start to sell them a self-study option instead. The other thing you can do is, you know, if you're going through and they do purchase, whatever that is, then maybe you have it set in your email system that you start to upsell them into the next thing. So they have that next option to buy from you in a different way, and they already know, like, and trust you, right? They already know you're delivering value because they've purchased something from you already. So you have a lot of different options that you can do with sales funnels. And like I said, I can't go into like all these like branches off because they're very specific to your business, right? And in Connect and Convert, we touch on that. But at the same time, I want you to see that an actual sales funnel, like the foundation of it, can be that simple. You can just have those 5 emails to start out with and then build on it as you go. And again, the more you build on it, the more chances you have to sell within one given funnel. And your job is simply to share the opt-in from the front, right? So you are sharing your free piece of content, which we talked about in last week's video. So just go back to how to promote your opt-in without Facebook ads. You can go grab that video and feel free to dive into that. But your job is to share that free content. Be unapologetic. If you've created your opt-in right, which we went over that 2 weeks ago in our videos here, if you've created your opt-in right, then people are grabbing that up regardless. So they're signing up, they're getting the free content, and now we're leading them to the paid offer. So, and you're doing this all the time, right? You can always be sharing your free content, which most people feel more comfortable sharing free than paid, which is a whole different, thing in itself. However, if you are someone that, yeah, I can feel super comfortable sharing my free stuff, well, then let the sales funnel do the work for you. You know, if that's what it takes for you to start bringing in income and feel more comfortable until you can unapologetically sell on live video or whatever the case is, then by all means, like, use it, right? Use it to your advantage and just make sure, like, you better be able to sell in words then, right? So email 4 and 5 is where you start to pitch your offer. And as your business grows or as your offers grow, you can always start to extend those funnels out, right? You can always add more emails. You can add things like tripwires at the beginning. Like, you have so many different options, which is why I make money when I travel, right? I make money when I sleep. Like, yes, it happens, but it's because I set up the systems for it. It did not happen magically, right? I sat there, I wrote out these emails, I plugged them into ConvertKit, which is what I use, but there's no right or wrong, whatever your email service provider is. And because of that, I have been able to grow this passive income in my business, right? And the sustainable income, because I know people are always coming in. They're always getting exposed to my paid offers. They're always getting value from me. I am sharing my story and everything with them so we can build a connection. And that's why the people on my list are not just like these random people who don't know who I am. Instead, my goal is to create a tribe, right, of people who absolutely know who I am by the time they go through my sales funnel, and not just like, oh, I'm not sure if I like her or not. Like, I want you off if you don't like me. It's totally okay. And I want you to stay a part of the tribe and the family in my email list if you do. So you get to create the same thing all on autopilot with your sales funnels. So if you have any questions at all, by all means, feel free to put them in the chat. And then next week, we're going to kind of wrap up this series with the only 3 metrics I look at when I'm growing my list. So there's a lot of things out there when it comes to list building, and look at this, look at this, look at this, shiny object syndrome, right? So if we want to really narrow that down, then we want to make sure we focus on the metrics that actually matter. So I'm going to go over that next week, of course. So if you did not grab it already, just click right there, or if we're on YouTube, down there, and you're going to see 25 irresistible opt-in ideas so that you can start brainstorming for your list building efforts, really making sure you are putting opt-ins out there that your people are looking for, that they need, that absolutely attract them to your paid offers on autopilot, because that is how you start to build a business that truly does serve your life instead of a life that serves your business. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments, if you're catching the replay, what you've learned, and we will be back next week with part 4 of the list building series. So bye, guys.